We'll have bigger production runs near the close of this year, and then our initial digital builds in the early part of next year. Then accelerating toward, the Q2 schedule, with genuine sales volume arriving in the latter half of the year. So that's progressing quite smoothly. And the Tesla Model 2 is ready for its November launch presentation. Recently, unlike the heavily concealed prototypes viewed previously, at least 6 affordable, Tesla vehicles have been observed driving openly, with no design covering whatsoever on roads near Giga Texas. Several newly revealed images and the look of the Model 2 have recently been distributed online, leaving enthusiasts in utter disbelief. Some comments suggest that the car appears too basic compared to other Tesla models, especially the Model Y. However, others agree that its design elements are crisp, improved, and still quite streamlined. According to Tesla, this will be the final version for production, enabling the Model 2 to be priced at just $15,990. But to be fair, similar to the earlier Cybercab debut event, it's possible that Tesla will simply reveal the finished design of the Model 2 at the November event, while the actual pre-orders and official sales might be postponed until early next year. This fits with what Elon Musk confirmed during the third quarter 2025 earnings call, stating that Tesla is currently putting almost all of its resources into large-scale production of the Tesla bot. So, how uncomplicated is the design of the Tesla Model 2 truly? And why is postponing the sales start of Model 2 advantageous for users? Welcome to Auto Fusion. Recently, many test versions of Tesla's budget-friendly car have been sighted completely out in the open without any form of camouflage or design hiding. Based on our estimates, at least 6 prototypes have been seen on routes stretching from Texas to Fremont. Overall, these prototypes share a shared design vocabulary, clean lines, and a sleek look. Though clearly simpler than the standard Model Y, this is in sharp contrast to Elon Musk's earlier claim that Tesla's cheap car would be a smaller version of the Model Y. The publicly shared photos show several design elements, including a front end that seems to take cues from the Model 3 sedan. The bonnet also appears to have a black finish. Overall, the car displays clean, flowing lines, though it stays notably simpler than the Model Y. As one of the most aerodynamic and impressively fast compact electric vehicles available, the Tesla Model 2 continues to undergo tuning to further lower its drag coefficient in the newest version, a crucial step in preparing for mass production next year. Upon closer examination, Tesla's new test prototype carries the familiar shape of the Model Y, but has clearly been significantly simplified in its details to prioritize usefulness and cost savings. The front part no longer features the horizontal light bar LED strip that is a defining characteristic of the current Model Y. The headlight assembly has been reworked. The turn indicator is now directly incorporated into the main unit, instead of being placed separately in the 2 bumper recesses as before. The lower edge of the front bumper and the air intake space have been smoothed out, removing the complex aerodynamic cuts. This makes the front end less assertive and sporty, but gives it a neat contemporary appearance. A small camera has appeared on the grille, a new hardware element supporting Tesla's full self-driving FSD system, which Tesla is putting into its latest vehicles. From the current viewing positions, it's still unclear whether the hood has been reduced in length or made steeper. But the overall front look clearly demonstrates Tesla's minimalism for its cost optimization strategy. At the rear, several other noteworthy changes can be seen. The test vehicle carries a Florida manufacturer's tag, a common sign of internal testing units. The previous full-width taillight and reflector light bar have been removed, replaced by a more compact brake light group. The rear spoiler lip, boot lid, and bumper show subtle refinements that give the car a more stable look, despite the more basic design. Looking up top, it appears that Tesla has likely dropped the signature panoramic glass roof from the Model Y, choosing instead a solid metal roof. This is a sensible move for cutting costs. Large glass panels are not only expensive to make, but also more complicated to fit, and can lead to higher losses if technical problems arise during the manufacturing process. These modifications reflect Tesla's new strategic path. Following the tightening of the EV tax credit rules in the US, the company has been compelled to simplify its production method to maintain both sales success and financial efficiency. Launching a more affordable crossover built on the Model Y platform allows Tesla to maintain growth momentum, reassure investors, and at the same time enlarge its fleet for real-world data gathering, which is vital for the company's ongoing self-driving and robo-taxi projects currently being tested in Austin and California. To achieve a more attractive price point, Tesla is likely to put into practice a series of practical cost-saving measures. First, The vehicle may utilize a smaller battery pack, accepting a lower range from roughly 310 miles down to about 280 miles. Next, the interior materials could be simplified, swapping out high-end trim components with recycled plastics or composite materials. The electric motor might also be adjusted for less power output, with rear-wheel drive taking the place of the all-wheel drive setup. Additionally, shortening the vehicle's total length to save on materials and weight is entirely possible, as Tesla previously developed a long wheelbase Model Y for the Chinese market, showing the company's adaptability in changing chassis sizes when required. These changes, combined with the removal of the panoramic glass roof and the simplification of complex outer details, could significantly lower production expenses, opening the way for a truly mass-market crossover in every sense of the term. This will be a vehicle not only for everyday customers looking to own their first Tesla, but also a key tool for the company to speed up the global uptake of electric vehicles and advance its full self-driving ecosystem. If Tesla makes an official announcement soon, it shouldn't be a surprise. Instead, it would be the natural next step in the company's mission to put millions of Tesla-branded EVs on the road, serving both consumers and its long-term goals of data collection, automation, and lasting profitability. Honestly speaking, the Model 2 was once underestimated, mostly because it stayed more of a rumor for years. There were many reasons behind that, but the main point is this: the large-scale production line is now ready, and soon anyone in the US will be able to place an order for a Model 2, not just early technology fans or ride-sharing companies. So, how precisely will Tesla make the Model 2 more efficient and cheap? What makes their new small car manufacturing system so different? The new Model 2's more accessible beginning price at $15,990 comes from a series of new developments hinted at by Lars Moravec, Tesla's vice president of vehicle engineering. The company's design for manufacturing philosophy has been applied down to the smallest measurement, featuring an unboxed vehicle structure, rear-end mega-casting, structural battery pack, new 48-volt electrical system, and a simplified wiring arrangement that saves on both materials and assembly time. Imagine a car that can be fully put together in just a few dozen minutes instead of several weeks. It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But Tesla's newest factory line is pushing production speeds to exactly that level. In the long run, Tesla could have the ability to produce millions of Model 2 units yearly for the US market. In January, Elon Musk stated that Tesla plans to launch its new, cheaper vehicle in the second half of 2025, describing it as featuring groundbreaking manufacturing technology. As Tesla has admitted, the unboxed process represents a completely new production line, and moving from a standard setup to one that's totally unique will require substantial time to fine-tune and adjust the machinery. Unlike conventional production, this new line will run with a much smaller staff, which means a much higher degree of automation will be necessary. As a result, achieving perfect integration between automated systems, robotics, and various production steps is anticipated to be one of the main hurdles during the initial phases of the unboxed process. Facing the early difficulties of the unboxed process, the automaker decided to change direction, using its existing factories to produce the budget car more quickly and effectively. In the end, Tesla chose to construct this low-cost model on the same production lines as the Model Y and Model 3, ensuring a faster release and smoother blending with current manufacturing work. At first glance, this might sound like a smaller-scale version of the Model 3 or Model Y. A more serious worry, however, is that if the next-generation vehicle is built on a traditional production line, it could undergo significant cost-cutting steps, possibly removing features such as an automatic gearbox, certain sensors, and even some basic technologies that many consumers now view as standard. These could include physical control buttons, 360-degree cameras, rain-sensing wipers, and cross-traffic warning, all of which are common on many other vehicles today. But things are not as bad as they seem. Tesla has said that its new vehicles will mix parts of the next-generation platform with parts of the current one, meaning it's a combination of old and new rather than entirely old. The $15,990 Model 2 could still be put together on the same production lines as the current Model S, 3, X, and Y, but with certain innovations taken from the unboxed process. Although Tesla hasn't yet explained exactly how this blending will function, having a more efficient hybrid production approach should ultimately help ease investor concerns about potential delays caused by upgrading to a full unboxed manufacturing system. This confirms that Tesla's more affordable vehicles are actively being produced. And at the very least, we know the Model 2 is still on target for its November launch, just as promised. In addition, Tesla has publicly shared that the updated production line could lower costs even more than previously expected, meaning the Model 2 might actually be priced below 1990, the revamped manufacturing process also allows Tesla to carefully increase output more efficiently during uncertain market conditions. According to internal predictions, Tesla plans to maximize production capacity, aiming for an output of 300,000 to 500,000 vehicles during the mass production stage, starting in the first quarter 2026. Before that, in the third quarter 2025, Tesla is expected to produce a small batch of around 10,000 to 20,000 units to fine-tune the assembly line and ensure quality control ahead of full-scale manufacturing. So, is the Tesla Model 2 still worth purchasing? Tesla's decision to rework the assembly process for its budget EV has made the Model 2's design much easier to predict. It's fair to admit that the Model 2 will likely share at least 70% of its appearance with older models, while the remaining 30% will be determined by details like the headlights, wheel design, side mirrors, and other exterior features. The Model 2 depends heavily on the company's plan to make a traction motor costing around $1,000. That represents a significant cut compared with the current Model Y drive unit, whose parts cost 2 to 3 times more. The next-generation motor will use roughly 75% less silicon carbide while keeping its performance and efficiency. Despite its permanent magnet design, it reportedly needs no rare earth materials, avoiding expensive and politically sensitive supply chains. Tesla also claims that the new manufacturing process will take up about half the factory space of the current line, supporting faster, cheaper production. Together, these advantages could shave off about $1,000 per car. A vital step toward an affordable EV, Tesla's engineers reached this goal by running advanced in-house magnetic field simulations to find the best outcome for cost, weight, and noise. Design and manufacturing teams work together to simplify materials and production steps, showing Tesla's integrated design-to-cost method. The result is a compact, effective drive unit built specifically for high-volume, low-price production. Tesla's focus on controlling costs reaches to wheels and tires, an often forgotten expense. Smaller wheels, 17 to 18 inches, require less material, reduce momentum, and improve efficiency. These benefits are especially important for electric powertrains. Big wheels not only increase the cost of making the car, but also raise tire replacement prices, often exceeding $1,300 per set on larger Teslas. While smaller wheels may slightly affect ride comfort, most budget buyers put value first. Other sensible compromises, such as using a 12-inch screen instead of a 15-inch one, or leaving out luxury features like ventilated seats, collectively save hundreds of dollars per unit across hundreds of thousands of vehicles. These small reductions are essential for a price goal under $30,000. Tesla may further economize with simpler mechanical connections for steering, braking, and accelerator systems instead of complex electronic drive-by-wire setups, and by using streamlined door and frame designs similar to those in standard budget cars. Such choices reduce the difficulty of tooling and speed up production. Over time, if Tesla's self-driving technology matures, this model could be among the last Teslas with a conventional steering wheel, though that depends on rules and readiness. A $15,199 Tesla could therefore become a turning point. It could revive slowing sales and re-energize investor belief in a market that has become crowded and sensitive to price. Yet experts remain careful. Elon Musk's forecasts have often been ambitious, and the final product could be different from what enthusiasts anticipate. The affordable Tesla might not hit the $15,190 mark right away. Analysts predict a starting price closer to $25,000 or even $30,000 in the US, but it would still significantly undercut current Model 3 and Y pricing. So, if Tesla Model 2 has an initial selling price of $30,000, are you willing to purchase it? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below this video. Thanks for watching our video. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next urgent Tesla update. It's coming in just 2 days. If you want to explore more fascinating details about Tesla EV or Tesla Bot, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our newest videos. We value your support and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.